Hello and welcome back to Stocking Fillers. It is now the 7th of December. This is a series, if you're not aware, if you're new here, basically we're running down 25 players who are available on free transfers at the start of the game. 25 players that aren't necessarily the best free transfers, but they're not necessarily the worst free transfers. They are players who I think could do a job in certain leagues. Not all leagues. They might be players who are really good for the Premier League, might be players who are really good for the Conference National. For day number 7 then, it is English right-sided midfielder Ben Marshall, formerly of Norwich, Millwall and Wolves and Blackburn and Leicester and Sheffield Wednesday and Stoke and Carlisle and Cheltenham and Northampton and Crewe, and apparently Manchester United is where he started his career. Okay, he's been around for a long time, playing 344 times throughout his career, which is a huge amount of football for a 28-year-old. He's only 28 years old. I would say, from his stats, he's more of a central midfielder in my opinion. Then again, he does have 15 crossing. Which means getting up and down the wing, he might be okay at. The reason why I don't think he's a great winger is because of his pace and acceleration of 10 and 11. Physically is basically what's holding him back. He does have a couple of under 21 caps to his name and also a couple of player traits. Shoots from distance, tries long range free kicks, cuts inside from both wings, possesses long flat throws, which is something that I've never really looked into, is actually trying to do anything with throw and takers, and runs with the ball often. Could be a problem if your pace and acceleration is only 10 and 11. Now, in terms of technical ability, Ben Marshall, I think he's good. He's actually really good technically. He's not bad mentally, he's okay physically. Basically, I'd say that's the order in which he is good. Basically, technically, got some really good numbers. As I mentioned, the crossing of 15, corners as well of 14, which is something that I've really struggled with so far in FM20, is actually taking good corners. Long shots as well of 14, first touch of 13, free kicks of 13, passing, tackling. Tackling's not great, is it 11? But it's okay. So yeah, he's technically, he's a good option. Mentally, he's not amazing, but still has some reasonably high stats. Some of the things that do let him down though, concentration and decisions 8 and 10. Aggression isn't massively high. I don't know whether that's necessarily a problem. Teamwork, work rate of 11 as well, not massively high. But then again, for the level of football that I think this player will be playing at, maybe that's not the end of the world. At the start of the game, he's wanted by a number of championship sides, so that kind of shows how good Ben Marshall actually is. Birmingham, Huddersfield, Nottingham Forest and Reading. They're not even bad championship sides in my opinion either. So Ben Marshall is a very good player, and at 28 years old, he does have a plenty of time left in him, easily 3-4 years left in him, to possibly improve as well. His current ability at the moment in the game is 117, which isn't massively high. He's probably, like I said, he's probably not going to be a top-level championship player for too long. But for a lower down championship side, for a League One side, if you can get him for a League One side, I think he'd be a great signing. I think he's going to give you a fairly decent option on that right-hand side. Maybe as age kicks in, maybe move him into the middle, because his pace and acceleration are not great to begin with, but they are going to start dropping as he gets over that 30-year-old barrier. Potential ability-wise is 130, which at 28, he's unlikely to hit it. He might improve a little bit, but 130, if he was younger, probably would have been a reasonable level for a Premiership side. And his history, actually, if you look at it, he's played at a reasonable championship level for the majority of his career. Played in the Premier League, but I don't think he actually kicked a ball. No, he didn't when he was at Stoke, and also obviously Manchester United. That is going to do it then for today's episode of Stocking Fillers. It is 28-year-old English right-sided midfielder Ben Marshall, available on a free transfer for probably a championship level side, I'd say. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back tomorrow with more Stocking Fillers.